Yeah, so first up on the open mic is Janice. What do you want for Christmas this year?
I want a gallery that is desperate to show my paintings and sell them.
Yeah, excellent. So please welcome to the stage, Janice.
Sorry, I was out all night. I was at a party last night.
Calavanton.
Okay. So my first poem is called Beginning a Painting, and it's about taking up your brush when you haven't painted for a week or so. The canvas waits. Its white rectangular eye follows me. I avoid its accusatory stare. I know I should have started yesterday. I've cleaned my lumpy palette, scraped flat the residues of past creations, checked the brushes, flicked their silky manes, ranged them in a neat descending row. I've squeezed the metal tubes, meticulously rolled their flattened tails in tidy scrolls. Like tiny rainbow turds, the piles of cadmium, cobalt, red and gold and blue, zinc white, a snowdrift, a mine, the lamp black, a sky's worth of cerulean, ultramarine, alizarin, emerald, hues like poems speak, soothing, exciting, under the blank canvas stare. Open the sketchbook, lay out the photographs, pick up the soft pencil, breach the surface, mark with images the fair linen. And now, to mix linseed oil's slickness with pungent spirit filtered from last week's muddy sediment. Dilute the creamy paint. And now, you must not mind the sense of violation that will last as long as the white face of the virgin surface stares at you from outside the borders of your brushstrokes. You must tell yourself, patience, this will pass, all will be resolved, but in the meantime you must work, little by little, the transformation will be made. Apparently, there's an interesting museum called it's a medical museum, the Wellcome Museum in London, and it's been holding an exhibition of amulets and tokens of good luck that have been found in the pockets of Londoners in the past. And this was one of them. I don't know if you can see it. It's an animal bone carved into a creature doing like this. So I've written a poem called His Name. In a niche, in a wall, in the roofless croft, down in the field by the stream, I found him. Or maybe he found me. His fists were raised to the sky, his creased robe carved from a big ox bone, a furious frown on his tiny face, and he lay in my palm and screamed. And his voice in my head said his name, though perhaps it was only the wind. And the sedge grew through the fallen walls and the broken stones, where he'd lain on the ledge when the croft was home to the masters he'd served long past. I carried him home, for he gave me no choice, and his voice sounded loud in my head, but I dared not speak the name he'd revealed in the field where he'd lain so long. I've scribed it in blood of a butchered ox, on a leaf that I've hid in a hazelnut shell, and the nut is safe in the leather box that Grandad made in the shape of a shoe that walks in time to the beat of the kitchen clock. Nameless, he sits on the shelf by the fire and keeps the home from harm, and shrieks in a voice only I can hear, his name, his name, his name.